Yo, I hate to tell you, but when it comes to this whole DEI issue, it has been weaponized. It has been weaponized by the right. And the funniest thing about it, and I want you to Google it. All right. I want you to Google very generically. Matter of fact, do it right now. I know you can open another window. I'll keep talking. Open a window and type in who primarily benefits from DEI. That should be an easy answer for you to answer. That should be simple. But when you see the response, I want you to tell the public what it is and how you feel about that response. Since you said it's all about black people, letting black people in, black people, and wanting black people, ain't enough black people. What does it say?
White women.
White women.
Women, period.
White women, not just women. White women.
The majority of the country.
You started this as a black issue. It does not matter if they're the majority of the country. That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter at all. Because when we talk about poverty, they're the majority of the country. The country, we don't talk about them.
I just said it. We do talk. I told you we forget about them.
When we talk about gun violence, when we talk about gangs, we just talk about only black people. We talk about hoods, we only talk about black people. There's white hoods. There's white people in gangs.
For sure.
We don't talk about that. So I'm not trying to hear that. Oh, it's most of the. No. You said when I asked you about what do you think of DEI, first thing you said was it's racist.
To me, it is.
Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with a white woman.
You said who benefits more, but that's not the argument. It's still a racist thing because black people benefit from it. That doesn't need to be there. White women, period, should not. They put in spaces that they should not be in. Period. I don't give a crap if white, black, Asian.
How? Even though I know that everything you're saying doesn't have to be true, how do you know that? Without telling me what somebody else said, without smirking because you've heard it so much online. What I'm asking you, my friend, is how do you know exactly what you just said?
Do you not know the history of
DEI? You don't answer a question. I know you learned that before. You don't answer a question with a question.
Yeah, but do you know the history of DEI? Like
you don't answer a question with a question. How do you know?
Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of black people in these
straight to black people again. Okay, go ahead.
Nope. Black people in these companies is also gay people in these companies. Is also white women. Period. That doesn't fit the description for the job.
How do you know?
The fire chief. When you said her,
I just told you her whole description.
I'm telling you how I know. The fire chief. You said she has
different. I told you not to make me mad today. I told you not to.
The fire chief, different responsibilities now, right? But I don't know if you know. I did fire alarm. In order for you to become a fire inspector, fire chief, you have to have some type of resume to do that. Now, a fire chief is over who? Firefighters, right? A lot of times it's a trickle down effect when it comes to becoming a fire chief, just like it is becoming a sheriff. A lot of times you are in the law enforcement in the first place. So you're telling me this person is a fire chief who's over all of the firefighters, who's supposed to serve and protect when things get bad. You telling me she said out her mouth on a commercial that, right? This is how she feels. This is our leader. This is the person you go to if you have to file a complaint against her department, saying that, oh, if he in the wrong spot, well, shit. Huh? You telling me this is the person that served for so long that she knows the responsibilities of the firefighter she has up under her, and she's saying shit like that? She's not qualified, bro. She's not qualified because as a firefighter, as me knowing firefighters, they're very, very passionate about their job. It don't seem like she's passionate about her job at all. She's just there. How did she get there?
All right, so when was DEI enacted?
I don't know. It's the history of it.
Like, when did that start? Hmm?
I'm looking it up now.
1965. Lyndon Johnson issued executive order which required government employers to hire without regard to race, religion, or national origin, and take affirmative action to ensure that applicants are employed and that employees are treated during employment without regard to their race. Okay. Um, which is so funny because that makes so much sense, right?
It doesn't make sense because why do they ask for your race, and then why in predominantly white jobs they force diversity? Where did that come from?
Hold on. All I said was that made sense. What I just read to
But it
me,
doesn't make it makes sense to
to me,
you, but
to
on
me.
paper, just like communism, it makes sense. But when enacted, that's not what they're saying. Well, they saying that well, it shouldn't matter your religion, your race, or anything. But they ask you about your religion. They don't ask you about your religion, but they ask you about your race when you apply for a job. If it didn't matter, why are they asking you? Because they care. It's a lie. It's a big fat lie. And then when you look at the statistics, especially when it comes to the fire department and certain demographics, they want certain color of firefighters. Why is that? If this was just for and wholeheartedly right, this law, the DEI law, basically, if it was solely not to judge, basically, you just basically saying don't judge, don't matter about the race. And why do they ask that question? Why do they push for more diversity? Why? Where did it come from? Where did it start from? Who's enforcing it? I want to know. If that's not the law that people were referring to, what did it come from? Somebody lying.
Okay.
Because there's a quota. Even in the union, there's a quota. Who made the quota? If they're not supposed to care about race, religion, or anything, who made the quota up? Who?
That I can't answer. I don't know how much um, how important that is to what we're talking about, but I will, venture into it with you.